I'm going to be doing Robert Staines' Sea Kelp and Cigarettes. This is his song, this is just a little bit from it.
Seek help and cigarettes she wants. Seek help, she's a suffragette, laying on the track marks in her arms. Red stripe and cut up legs, she's a Barbie doll that's lost her head, a candy bracelet that's lost all of its charms. Walks around with a glass slipper, says the other ones are with a man who's dying to meet her. In a crystal ball wedding dress, likes to wear when her head's in a mess.
The song. Basically, the content is I have to create a music video, a DVD cover, and a magazine ad. Now, first of all, I'll start off with the music video and magazine ad. What I want to do is I have this very specific image for Robert. I really like the idea of using the icon of a boy with a piano throughout all of his songs. So what I'm going to go and do is on the magazine ad, it's going to be the DVD cover, which is him sitting. It's going to be an actual photograph of Robert on a piano cut out and stuck onto an animated background. And yeah, I'm going to use that image on both the magazine ad and his album cover, the DVD cover. The reason I've chosen to go and use the image of him playing the piano is because I think it's really powerful and it's something that everyone could then recognise as, you know, everyone knows Robert is the guy on the piano, just like Lady Gaga's known for her crazy outfits, like the meat dress, and Bruno Mars is known for his hat. My audience, products I want to brand for him is I'd really like to do like vintage looking blazers, which are branded by him because that's like another part of his like persona. Is the fact that he doesn't dress like your average teenager. He dresses like really uniquely, and I want to like exploit that in the, well, not exploit, sorry, I want to express that in his music. So I'd like to have shirts available, blazers for branding, and I also think shirts, badges, and posters like would be really good because they're cheap to manufacture and it's easy to come by. The audience, I'd aim his audience primarily at females from 15 to 35, but I don't want to completely get rid of the male market, because he's a male performer and his music does appeal to a lot of people. I compare him, not style-wise, but like Adele, not in style, but the fact they both have like appealing voices, and although like Adele clearly like is made for women, I know loads of guys who listen to her, me included, and like think she's fantastic. So I mean, like this video here, you see like count that.
Guys, it's great to watch the week. I'm here at Roundhouse with Adele concert. She sings like an angel. And every song on her new album is fantastic. She's a brilliant live singer. Natural raw talent.
Just really 5 people we've seen a mixture of genders, and you've seen a different age bracket from Adele. Even though she appeals to primarily a female audience, she's not like confined to that. She can appeal to much more, which is what I imagine to be the same for Robert. Background, I don't think that you can put a limit to that. I think his music is universally appealing. So although once again primarily it's females who are probably students or like just becoming mothers, that's how I want him to appeal to a large audience, but he has got his target audience, if you like. His performance for the debut music video, I want to show a large audience, like to a large audience, how popular he's able to be, and by doing that I really want to avoid using your stereotypical music video of like, you know, Eminem or Linkin Park or somewhere it's actually got a narrative. I want this to be solely driven by performance. So the idea I had was that we take him out to somewhere that is instantly recognisable to anyone, and we decided to do it in the school playground because it's easy to get a big crowd there. What I want to do is, once again, I want him to have his piano in the centre of the lowest 6th playground, him on his piano singing his song, and what I want to do is I want to set up around 3 to 4 cameras to record him. And then I want other people, like I want a crowd will eventually form naturally because like, we'll invite people down. And then what I want is for him just to perform live there. And that will be the video using like close-ups, different shots. And I want to get a lot of like the audience's reactions so you can see he's exactly like us. He's your average guy. He's performing much like a busboy. He's performing on the street. But then once again, he's got his own music video. Looking by his style, you can tell he's not your average person. So he appeals to like the everyday man or woman in his case. And he's still he's still something special, something that people look up to and think, wow, Robert Staines is doing a lot. Throughout the video, I want to do cutaways to the audience's reactions, whether that's someone smiling. I'd like to ask them if I could take the footage they've recorded, because naturally people take out their camera phones, and filming will be permitted for anyone who wants to attend. I want to take the footage off of your phones and then put it in the video so you can show, much like Fatboy Slim did something similar, I think, with one of these videos. I couldn't find it to put it on here, but I want to do that. You know how if you see like amateur footage from someone's phone, once again it's more interesting, it gets more views again because it circulates around. The idea of making like your everyday person, showing how real they are, came from Adele's music video, which she recorded in her front room, so I'll give you a quick look at that. Look at the opening. The opening is something I'd really like to replicate.
Someone Like You is the last song on the record, and it was, again, I guess I kind of got a little, when I was writing it, I was feeling pretty miserable and pretty lonely, which I guess kind of contradicts Rolling in the Deep, where I was like, I'm going to be fine without you. This one was me kind of on my knees with you. That relationship, the entire record's about this, really summed up in Someone Like You. Has changed me in a really good way. It kind of, it's really made me who I am at the moment. You know, I'm sure there'll be another relationship, well I hope so anyway, that helps change me and define me as well, but I can imagine being about 40.
See, she's in her house at the as you get further in, she's actually recording her song in her home and in her living room. I really like the idea of someone, we all know that Adele is exactly like us. She's, you know, still lives with her mom, she records her songs in her own front room, but she's not your average person. She's advertised as your average person, but she got offered to sing at the royal wedding. She isn't your average person. That's what I want to do with Robert. We advertise him as if he's someone, he's your average guy, he's a guy you'd see on the bus, he's that wacky guy who everyone knows has that really interesting fashion, but he's not. This guy he's performing on his piano in a playground. So he is a normal person, yeah, obviously. That's how we advertise him, but we know he's not because, you know, he's making his own music. Once again, like I said with the cameras, I want to film completely in HD. I don't want to go back. I think HD is the way forward. And I really want to take, like I said, a documentary approach in his video. So, like how you see how the camera was shaking in that, I want to do lots of handheld camera work and showing other people's footage from their phones. It makes it really raw and documentary, like, once again saying, Robert's just our average person, even though he's not, because, you know, there's countless cameras recording him. Genre. Now this is, if you look at these Napoleon Dynamite posts we have, and 500 Days of Summer, like I said for the cover of his album, I want to mix real life photography, with animation there. Now, obviously, there's a little risk with doing this because I feel that people will then, when they see the video, will see there's no animation. Now, we were considering, I'll probably do 2 cuts, one without animation, it's just documentary, another with cuts where we'll animate onto the footage. So if someone really is looking longingly at Robert in the audience, just while they're recording him, we might put around them animated love hearts. Something to keep the audience entertained, because I think documentary might be too plain. So we'll do 2 and then we'll give them out to a test audience, if you like, and we'll see what they think of it. I really like the idea of using the still photography mixed with animation, because I think it gives him a slightly unique flair. I can also tell you that on the album we'll have the name The Boy with the Piano, which is the name of what the DVD cover will look like. And we'll have a still photograph of him once again sitting on his piano out anywhere. Also, I should talk about what will be on the DVD cover. What's on the DVD, should I say. We really like the idea of every one of Robert's videos, although we're only doing 1, would be him on his piano in some sort of location, whether that's Trafalgar Square, whether that's Romford. It would be somewhere instantly recognisable to people, which would also relate to the fact that the album covers him sitting on a piano on an animated surface, which we could put anything in there to like show whereabouts he is. So I really like the idea of photography with him on the side. Representation. To seem the artists seem more likeable, because obviously without a doubt there's always going to be negative fan reaction. We've decided to focus subtly on his fashion. We think that it's such a unique selling point to him. Everyone now associates, since that, in light of the London riots, that, you know, we're all teenagers who go about in tracksuits and balaclavas. Robert's fashion is very similar to the people that I used to work with at Brick Lane, and it's really vintage. So I'd like to do things that we won't emphasise it so much that it's like Lady Gaga, where everyone's like, wow, he's so wacky. But perhaps a shot of Robert fixing his braces to the camera, and immediately you can then say, this isn't like every other person. This guy's got a very unique fashion sense. He's not your average youth. So yeah, I want to emphasise on his fashion, and also in the video, including his live performance and showing fans' reactions. We also want to have extra footage of him just interacting with the kids to show he's a likeable guy, whether that's talking to a teacher, you know, joking about another student, just to show he is a likeable guy. So the video is altogether just wrapping up what Robert is in a little parcel and giving it out to everyone around. So thank you for listening.